Hey guys, welcome back to our Python programming series. We have been talking on different data types and data structures. In last couple of episodes, we went through a list, a tuple or tuple. In this episode, we will go ahead and explore another data type or data structure by name set. Set has a few different properties compared to the list and tuple. Again, set is also a collection, but the thing to remember about set is it's unordered and unindexed. Let me repeat it again. It's unordered and unindexed. And during the hands-on, I will show you what exactly here's the unordered or unindexed means. In Python, sets are again written with the curly brackets. So Python with the square, tuple with the round ones, and your sets are with the curly brackets. Without any further ado, let's jump directly onto the hands-on, and we'll go ahead and start creating our sets. So let me go ahead and create our set 1, and you would just use the curly brackets to define or create your set. So we went ahead and created our first set. It's an empty set again. It's pretty good. Now let's go ahead and create another set. We will call it set number 2, and within this set we can go ahead and define some element: math, physics, chemistry, bio. So we went ahead and created a set. This set has 4 elements. Now let's go ahead and understand what I exactly mean, or what is the property being unordered and unindexed means. So let's explore the unindexed part first. So if you recall that so far in the list and the tuples or tuples, we were able to fetch an element by providing its position or the index value. But that's not the case with the set, because as I just said, sets are unindexed. So to prove that, let's try to do something. We want to print from the set number 2, and let's try to get something element at the position number 1. Now let's go ahead and run this program. And as expected, we are getting a type error. The type error clearly says, hey, you are working with set and does not support indexing. That means set don't have any index. And the reason they don't have an index because they are unordered. So something which don't have any order cannot have a specific index. What I mean by the order, now let's go ahead and take that in action. So if you go ahead and do a print on S2, now let's go ahead and run this program again. If you take a look, when we created our set, our first element according to us in the set was math, followed by physics, followed by chemistry, then followed by bio. But when we printed this set, it's in some different order: physics, chemistry, math, bio. So that means this was not the case when we were working with the list or the tuples. So it clearly indicates the sets are unordered basically, and they are unordered, so that means they don't have any index value. So by using the index, we cannot fetch an item. Let's go ahead and rerun this program one more time. Remember, the order right now was physics, chemistry, math, bio. I will rerun this program. And now if you see, the order is changed entirely. Now we have the math, followed by physics, followed by chemistry, followed by bio, which is same as what we created. So that's the thing with these set. So set are unordered as well as unindexed. But then how do we fetch an item from a set? Using the in keyword, you can see if something isn't this or not. Or I can use the for loop using our iterator to get the values out of a set. Let's go ahead and do that. For x, again, x is our iterator variable here in our set number 2, S2. Now let's just simply go ahead and print the value of x and re-execute this program. So we went ahead and picked up an item from our set, one item at a time, and we went ahead and printed those items on our screen. Again, to see if something is in present or not present, we can make use of the in and not in keyword. That definitely we can go ahead and use that. Again, there is another thing about set. Just like some of the tuple properties, once a set is created, we cannot change its item, but it allows you to addition of new items. So that's a good thing. While that was not the case with the tuples. So to add an item, we could make use of the add function or the add method or the update method. So to add an item, we can use an add method, but to add more than one item to a set, we can make use of the update method. So let's take an example here. I'm just going to remove the loop for the time being, and let's go ahead and add an item to our set. So S2, which is our set, and we can make use of the add function. Within the add function, we can go ahead and specify an element that you want to add. So let's say in this case, we are adding this element, and once that is done, we can go ahead and print our updated one. So let me go ahead and execute this program, and you can see that we were able to add a new element to the set E and G, and that's what we had printed. If you need to add multiple items, you can go ahead and make use of the update method, and that way at a single time you will be able to add multiple elements to your set. Again, there are a few common things. If we need to find the length of your set, we can make use of the length function, and we can find out the length by passing that to the print function and printing it on the screen. So the length of the function, or the length of this set, is 4. Again, 1 2 3 4. To remove an item, we could make use of the remove function or the discard method. Let's take a look at the remove function first. So now if I go ahead and print our set first, and let's go ahead and execute this one, it says, okay, hey, these are the items within our set. If we need to remove a element, we can make use of the remove function. So we'll say s2.remove, and within the remove, we can remove the element we want to. Let's say we want to remove chemistry, and once that is done, we can go ahead and print our set again. Let's go ahead and re-execute this program. So we were able to successfully remove the element from the set, and we printed our new set. Let's do something interesting here. We'll go ahead and we'll try to remove an element. We call it AAA. And now let's try to print that one and see what happens. So if you take a look, we tried removing an item which does not exist within this set. So that's the reason it says, okay, hey, key error AAA. It's not able to find any element which has the name AAA. And that's why there is an error. But now let's try using another method to remove an element that is called discard. So remember this one, guys. Let's go ahead and make use of the discard. So we'll say s2 dot, and within discard we can go ahead and specify an element. Let's say chemistry, and then we'll do s2 dot discard. Again we'll say AAA, and now try printing s2 and see what happens. So if you see, in this case we printed our set first. So this is our full set, and then we discard an element by name chemistry. So chemistry was present. So once that is done, the next line executed discard AAA. But if you see, there was no element by name AAA within the set, but still this time there is no error. So that is the difference between your remove and the discard. If the item to discard, it does not exist, and you will use a discard function, it's not going to raise any error. But instead of using the discard, if you try to use a remove function, and if the item that you're looking to remove does not exist, it's going to throw you an error basically. So make your choice, which one makes more sense for certain use case. Do you want to use the remove function, or do you want to work with the discard? Again, you can make use of the pop function to remove an item, but this method is going to remove again the last item. So if that's what you are looking to, you can go ahead and make use of that. If you want to empty your whole set, again you can make use of the clear method. So the clear would be something like this. So let me go ahead and call it on s2.clear, and once that is done, now go ahead and print your set again. So if I go ahead and execute this program, now it's printing just an empty set. If you want to delete your set completely, you can make use of the del keyword. So you would just simply say del s2 or s1. That will go ahead and delete your, so we'll just say del s1. This will go ahead and delete your set. And if I try to print this set again and then see what happens, it clearly says, okay, hey, name s1 is not defined because that set is no more available. And then there are a few more methods available with the set you can make use of, like intersection, union, superset, is subset, and some of the other functions. And I would highly encourage you spend some time, work through with these different data types and get some hands-on experience. That'll be all for this episode. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.